What up, YouTube? Timmy's here. Since this month I'm doing my reviews for past October films, I decided to do my review for the 2004 comedy Taxi. Now, I'm kind of doing my review for this because this past week, Queen Latifah was actually on the Jimmy Fallon show, talking about season 2 of Equalizer, and I thought it was a really cool Taxi reunion. I'm a little disappointed they didn't mention Taxi during the interview there, but nonetheless, Taxi, which of course, not to be confused with the TV show, by the way, Taxi, of course, premiered all the way back on October 8th, 2004, starring Jimmy Fallon. Before he became a talk show host, of course. This was pretty much around the time that Jimmy Fallon was also doing SNL. So he was trying to find his stride in the pitch. He did some other stuff, but my favorite role of his will be the film Taxi. Now Taxi is actually directed by Tim Story, who also directed other movies such as Barbershop, the Ride Along films, Fantastic Four. He also recently gave us the Tom and Jerry film. And here you got Jimmy Fallon, who plays police detective Andy Washburn, who has his driver's license revoked by his lieutenant, played by Jeff Esposito, who also pretty much demotes him. And so, one day on duty, he pretty much hears of this bank robbery, so he hails a taxi driven by Belle, played by Queen Latifah. And so, during the chase, they pretty much lose the robber, and a group of models led by Vanessa, who's, of course, played by Tom Brady's wife, Gisele Bündchen, of all folks. And Belle's taxi, also is impound. So Andy tried to get the car. So Jim Fallon's character Andy is trying to get the car back, and so of course Queen Latifah's character Belle is trying to help, pretty much help him, take these thieves down. There is a pretty much nice scene where Giselle pretty much searches Jeff Esposito's character. Probably, yeah. Oh boy, I remember that scene fondly. Anyway, now believe it or not, the film is also produced by Luc Besson. Yeah, this is literally produced by the same guy who gave us The Professional, La Femme Nica. I mean, interesting. I always keep forgetting Luc Besson worked on this film. But anyway, you also had some other intriguing cast members too. You actually had Anne Margaret, who actually played Jimmy Fallon's mom. Anne Margaret steals so many scenes in this. You also had Henry Simons was also in this. Christian Kane, the one who plays the models, were pretty cool. You even had a cameo by Jeff Gordon, which was pretty good. Henry Simons, by the way, actually played Queen Latifah's ex, if you will, or boyfriend, really. But he's a little but he gets hot that he doesn't really like that. She misses the date night and all. But anyway, yeah, Taxi. I thought this movie did not really get well received. To be honest, it only has, sad to say, it only has a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes. This movie is actually much fun than most people make out to be. It's hilarious. The chemistry between both Jimmy Fallon and Queen Latifah are both fun to watch. Now, obviously, if this movie got released now, it'll probably be titled Uber and not Taxi, but still. Anyway, the film is also scripted by Tina Gordon Chelson, who also did that movie Little a couple years ago, so that was pretty cool right there, too. But this film is much funner than people give it credit for. The action is pretty fun. The humor is great. It's just pretty much late. This movie, of course, got released in 2004, which had some really decent comedies in 2004. Let me post some comedies from 2004. 2004, saw the releases of stuff like Mean Girls, Napoleon Dynamite, Sleepover, Dodgeball, The Perfect Score, Lemony Snicket's, 50 First Dates. 2004 has some really decent comedies, and I gotta say, Taxi is one of them. Is it a perfect movie? Maybe not. Does it have some of its problems? Yeah, probably. But I'm not gonna lie, I thought this movie was not so bad. I used to watch this thing tons of times when it was on TV, and I used to get a kick out of it all the time when I watch it. So yeah, if you guys have never really seen the film Taxi, It's not really on any streaming sites. Like sadly, you can't really find this thing on HBO or HBO Max or Hulu or anything like that. But it's a really fun one. I mean, the film's on 20th Century Fox, so I'm surprised it's not on Disney Plus. Well, it might be too risky for Disney Plus, but maybe not like on Hulu or something like that. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe it's on that HBO, that Star thing on Disney Plus. I don't know. But anyway, let me let you guys. Have you ever saw the 2004 film Taxi? And so, what star were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? What are some of your favorite parts? Some of your favorite moments? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Henry signing out.